Welcome to Genizus podcast, where we dive into the dynamic world of generational conversation with your host, John, the baby boomer, along with Jessica, the millennial, and Joey, the Gen Z.
I don't know.
All right, welcome to the very first episode of Gen Is Us, the podcast where we dive into the generational topics that shape our world today. I'm John, the baby boomer.
I'm Jessica. I'm Jessica, the millennial.
And I'm Joey, the Gen Z, apparently.
Yes, you are. Okay, so we're basically all family members from different generations. We're going to talk about all sorts of topics. We're going to have people send in questions, and we will answer them. That's typically at the end of the show. It's called Ask the Gens. Okay, but today's topic is going to be one that I guess is more of a Gen Z topic. It is a topic of politics, somewhat. We just finished an election, and we're not really going to talk about the election, but we're going to talk about the Gen Zs and how they didn't go out and vote as they did in the past. In 2020, here's a statistic. In 2020, they voted at a 50% rate, which is still low compared to the national average. They voted 41% this last election. So
bunch of bitches.
Yeah, right. And I mean, it really kind of affects the decision of who becomes president and all that. If they went out and voted even at 50%, I think the results would have been different. So with that being said, we have a Gen Z here who...
He is reluctant Gen Z. He's reluctant Gen Z because he's not typical Gen Zer, I feel like. You're not obsessed.
But nevertheless, he's still a Gen Z.
Yeah, I mean...
So we can tap into that brain and kind of figure out what his motive for not voting this time
Yes, but I am with Jessica, though, because, yes, I was born into the Gen Z, but, like, a lot of stuff just goes over my head because it's...
Yeah, do you have a TikTok?
No, I don't.
Yeah, see.
Okay, now here's something about Joey. Joey is in a band. Okay, he is the lead singer to a band called...
Pazzo.
Okay, because I really don't know how to pronounce it.
No, it's Pazzo. And
it's
then
Pazzo?
Yeah.
Okay, so you'd figure a Gen Zer is going to have TikTok, Instagram, all that kind of stuff, right?
Typically.
But you don't.
I mean, I do have Instagram. I got the Snapchat. I got the Facebook, but there's no TikTok.
Okay. So the question is, with all the people that went out and voted in this last election, obviously it was a little lower because the actual voting this year was actually down. From 2020, it was 66%, and this year was 64%. 89 million people did not vote. And of that, 41% were Gen Zers. So, Joey, take it away.
This topic is going to really depress me for our future.
Right.
Yeah,
so,
Joey, take it away.
Take it away, Joey.
Son
Why do you think? Why do you think? I mean, it's your civic duty. Did you skip over that class in high school that they said, okay, you got to go out. It's your civic duty. You got to go out and vote. I mean, regardless of the results, we're not going to talk about the results really. We're going to talk about why Gen Zers feel that they don't vote.
So you're asking, like, me specifically, or like why other people...
Why did you not vote?
Like me specifically.
Yeah, why did you not vote?
And then
we can go into why you think that
other
Gen
people.
Zers don't
Yeah,
vote.
okay, cool.
Wait, can I ask, did you vote in 2020?
I don't think I was...
Were you young enough?
I think I was too young in 2020.
Well, you were about 12, right?
No, I think I was 17 or 18.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I
was still in high school. I was a junior.
What's the age for voting?
4 years ago. 18, so 2019. Oh, yeah, you would have been too young.
Yeah,
I was too young.
Wait a second. So this was his first fucking election, and you didn't vote?
That's right.
Again, the question is why.
Okay, I mean, it's not really like a black and white answer because it's just not like a yes or no kind of thing for me.
Bring up the mic, I think.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh, here we go. So it's not like a black and white question. So I'll try to like summarize it the best I can.
That was the election, black and white.
Right.
Yeah, pretty much
Literally, it
was,
was
yeah.
black and white.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I don't even know where to start, to be honest. But I mean, I think honestly, one of the reasons why that I can think of at the top of my head was just because, honestly, I mean, I could go on all day about why, but I think the first thing that comes to my mind was that honestly, I just felt like my voice didn't really matter. That's like one of the cookie, like the start, like the Kickstarter for the answer. I mean, I have more answers that we can go into more, but that's like the chapter one of the answer is that I just honestly thought that like either way, I don't think my personal voice mattered because my observations of what's been going on in front of me has basically led me to believe that there's honestly just too many things going on behind the curtain that they don't want us to know, where whatever they want to have happen, they're going to have happen no matter what. And it just kind of discouraged me from wanting to participate in that, you know? That's just like the first thing that comes to my mind is that like I just kind of felt like hopeless, like, you know what, what's even the point? Because it's just...
He feels apathy, but do you know if other friends of yours voted?
I think a couple of my buddies that didn't, they're on the same page that I was because, yeah. But then I actually have kind of like pushed myself away from some people that did vote because what they voted for and the reasons why they did were totally ridiculous. So I'm like, all right.
Well, can I tell you, Joey? One of the statistics that came up why Gen Zers did not vote is exactly that.
Yeah.
They felt that they didn't have a voice.
Yep.
They felt that their vote didn't count. But see, that's where you get involved. That's how you get involved. That's how everybody gets involved. You listen to the information that's coming out. Now, a lot of it was misinformation. So maybe
that's another thing. Yeah, that seriously is another thing is because, you know, every day, like this is something that's very, speaking of Gen Z and the modern day era, that's a huge problem for us is that, you know, growing up, there's just been so much bullshit that we see every day. It's too much. It's like every day, it's like 25 nightmares.
It's because of the social media. It is
Right.
a constant feed of
negativity.
Yeah.
And like the end of the fucking world. It's like that's always happened since the beginning of time, but nowadays in our pockets we just get 25 chapters of the end of the world all the time. So, you know what I mean? And then also just that's another thing is
and
that
anyone can post it.
yeah.
Okay, in your circle of friends, was the whole egg thing, the cost of living and economy, was that a big thing with your friends? Is that why
Yeah.
they didn't vote, or is that why they voted a certain way, or I don't know?
Yeah, well, some of them, I mean, again, I have a pretty small circle that I choose because most people
Because
piss
you're a
me
rock
off.
and roll star, right?
No, because most people just piss me the fuck off, honestly. But people that like, even like people that I don't necessarily hang out with anymore, but you know, I still keep in contact with. Yeah, they voted a certain way. You probably know where I'm going with that. Yeah, it was because milk is gonna cost cheaper. Yeah, and you know what's funny about that? You know what's funny about that perspective is that it doesn't matter who's in office. The economy is going to be the economy. It goes up and down. You know, one person in this big seat doesn't change that. You know, which is kind of ironic that they'd be like, oh yeah, the cost of gas is going to go down. That's just the economy. You know.
Do you think that the president controls, like the price of eggs?
Hell no.
Right.
They definitely don't.
A lot of people thought that, and
I
that's
know.
why they voted
But
a
that's-
certain way,
a
and
lot
it's
of
ridiculous.
people are fucking stupid.
I know they are.
Right. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
And that's one of the reasons why we have, what we have.
Yes.
You know, I mean, I don't want to go into, because I'm kind of, I go a different
Depressed
way.
about it?
Right. I'm kind of depressed
Mhm.
about it. You know, I'm with Jimmy Kimmel and Stephen Colbert,
Yeah.
and it's ridiculous. It really is.
You know,
and you know, here's the thing. White males voted the highest. Young white males voted the highest from 2020 for the white guy.
And, yeah.
Okay,
Is he
and
white
they
or is
felt.
he orange?
I think he's an Oompa Loompa.
orange. I think he's a little mixture. He's
Yeah.
orange and white. Yeah.
He's a sherbert.
He's an orange. He's like an orange sickle.
Yeah, he's a dreamsicle.
Yeah, he's a dreamsicle. So yeah,
He's
so
a creamsicle.
yeah, he's a creamsicle.
Yeah.
So yeah, so
He got cream from all of his little sugar mamas.
Right.
You know what I'm talking about?
Ew.
right,
Ah,
right.
Sick. Ew.
Yeah, you hear that?
Right,
That is ridiculous.
right. So okay, so obviously you knew some people that voted a certain way.
Both ways.
Both ways. Right.
And also, like my closest buddy at the moment, he did the same thing that I did. I actually talked to him because it's like, you know, because I'm not gonna lie, election day really depressed me. It really depressed me.
Yeah, depressed all of us.
Yeah, it really depressed me, and we were on our way to actually go to a concert. It could have been a better day for a concert, and I was talking to him about it. I'm like, hey, you know, I'm just curious. We don't have to talk about it for too long, but because he and I are like on the same page about a lot of things. So I'm like, hey, what was your thing? And he was like, yeah, I didn't vote either. You know, and he mentioned
And
something.
did you grab him by the shirt and say, "Why?
Well,
Why?"
No, because he didn't. Join
I didn't vote
I know.
either. So
Well, I
was
know,
like,
I know,
yeah.
I know,
I mean, if he's gonna slap at anyone, he slaps himself.
I know. Right, right,
I
right.
think.
So what did you feel that after that? I mean, okay, did you feel like, God, I could have made a difference at the end? But you couldn't have. But
No, honestly, I felt indifferent after the fact because I don't know. Do you mean like when I found out that Trump got elected, or like the day of?
right, right.
When I found out, I was just kind of like, oh shit.
And let's not use the Orange Sickle's name.
Oh yeah, let's use nobody's name.
We're not
right,
going to be using anybody's
right.
name.
The Dreamsicle's name.
Right.
Yeah, when I found out that he got elected, it was pretty harrowing feeling. But then I also, this is just my opinion. I just luckily remembered that luckily there's checks and balances where, like, it's so radical that it's impossible that everything he says is not going to come to fruition, because even the first time he was in office, most of the shit that he wanted to happen didn't happen because it's way too fucking radical.
Because he had people that actually knew what they were doing on his cabinet, and now this time he's just electing like Dr. Oz, the TV doctor. I'm seriously not kidding.
I know.
It's
Well,
fucking fucked up.
Look who we wanted to have as Attorney General. Matt Gaetz. Hide your women, your young girls. I mean, come on.
Hide your kids. Hide your
hide
wife.
your kids. Hide your small farm animals.
Yeah.
Yeah,
No.
and the dogs that you're going to be eating.
Yeah.
So it's. I mean, his cabinet's a circus. It's a clown circus. It really is.
Yeah. So I mean, to that point, yes, you know, in 2016, a lot of what he promised maybe didn't happen, but it was because one, like, he now has Republicans own all of the forms of government. So they're the majority in the House, the Senate, and now the executive. And so there is really no, and everyone's scared of him.
Right.
Everyone is now scared of him because
you know what? Why are people so scared of him? Why are they like so afraid to go against him? Because here's one thing: John McCain, when he was still alive back in the day when he was the president, he stopped him from killing the Affordable Care Act.
Yeah.
There's some Republicans that still had guts to stand up to him.
Well,
right
look at
now,
Liz Cheney.
Yeah, Liz Cheney, and
I mean, she's basically her life was threatened by him.
Right.
Just because she's not agreeing with what he's saying. I mean, this is what our country has now come to is if you don't agree with me, you deserve everything awful. Like, it's not even like a conversation. It's just like an attack.
Right.
And to be honest, like when I was Joey's age, I think I probably felt the same apathy, but I think now as an adult, a working adult, I have a family, I have, responsibility. Not Joey, not that you don't, but I'm just saying it's a different time in my life.
Right.
Those things are very important to me, and I think what's most important is showing my children that, like, a felon is now in office. How do you explain that to a 5-year-old,
Right.
an 8-year-old? Like, awful to have to think and sit down and be like, well, yeah, I mean, he's done all of these things, but now it's still not good. You shouldn't be doing these things. You shouldn't be acting in this way. But how do you explain that to an 8-year-old as someone saying, like, you could do these things and you can get away with it and you can lead our entire country? It's like the upside down. I feel like we're like in the upside down world, like we're in Stranger Things. But to Joey's point, I think I, at his age, also probably felt the same way. I think the difference, though, is that we all knew Obama was going to get elected.
Right.
So really, like, the effort it took to go and vote, I was, like, bored.
Well, and I think, you know, when you were growing up, I always went out and voted.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know if you remember that, okay, this is the example I wanted to set with you, is that, okay, it's our duty to go out and vote regardless of who the president was going to be or who the candidates are. We got to vote because it's our duty as Americans. Now, you know, my parents, being that they were, you know, immigrants themselves, you know, my mom was from Mexico. My dad was from Mexico, but he was born in the United States, so he was a citizen, and I was born here. So, you know, I'm proud to be an American. I'm proud to be of Hispanic blood, Mexican blood, you know, but I always wanted to show you, okay, it's our duty to go out and vote, Joey, who's Jessica's brother.
Yeah.
I mean, Illinois was a blue state too, just saying.
Okay, but okay, so now you're going back to the fact that, okay, my vote wouldn't have counted, right? Okay, well, but that's the wrong attitude to take. You know what I mean?
Well,
regardless of who was going to be elected or whatever, it's your civic duty as an American, because you were born here. You don't have any immigration or immigrants, you know, in your bloodline, except for
we do.
Maybe Jessica.
Yeah, we do. Our great grandmother came from Cornwall, Ireland.
Cornwall, Ireland?
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
That's kind of
We're
cool.
We're like 5th generation Irish.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So you're a mixture of everything. So,
Yes.
Yeah. Wow.
So.
That's still no excuse, Joey.
So maybe it's okay. Maybe it's because you feel a pressure to do it, and so you feel too much anxiety around it, and that's why he feels the apathy, because it's too hard and too much pressure to deal with it, so he'd just rather not deal with it.
You know what? When I was his age, I think I probably felt the same way, just like you did, Jess. But I always felt that, man, you know what? I'm here. My dad and my mom are, you know, from Mexico, and I felt proud to vote. The first time I was able to vote, I felt so proud to vote that, hey, I made a difference, even if I didn't make a difference. Because let's face it, even though we had Republican governors, I think we were still a blue state, you know, and maybe, you know, my vote really didn't count because it would have gone blue, but I still felt that it was my duty as an American citizen, and for the fact that my parents were from Mexico, to vote. So, you know, I mean, that's just me, you know, as a baby boomer and the wisest patriarch here.
Oh my God. Give me a break. So, I mean, after you saw, like, the results, did you regret not voting?
I not necessarily regret, because another reason why I didn't vote is just because I honestly just think that, I mean, politics has always been kind of a circus show, but I feel like especially nowadays, it was just like such a circus show that it made me just kind of similar to what you were saying before. It just made me disgusted every time I saw it, because, like, obviously, yeah, it was black and white. Obviously, the one side was, you know, lesser of two evils and, like, you know, wasn't a fucking dictator, right? But still, though, it was still just such a clown circus show that it just made me disgusted and depressed, because it's like, dude,
Is this like the best we could come up with?
Yeah, for both sides. It's like, why do I feel like I'm watching, Idiocracy? Why do I feel like...
Idiocracy?
Idiocracy, thank you. Yeah, why do I feel like I'm watching a scene from Idiocracy? Why are so many celebrities on both sides, why do they have control over endorsement and everything? Like, why does it just feel so comical almost? And these are the people that are, quote unquote, making the decisions for all of us. So, and honestly, just made me discuss it. So it's like I just didn't really want any part of it, and I know that's maybe a little selfish on my part, but I couldn't do it. It's like it was just depressing to me because it's just a clown show, and
So Joey,
yeah.
You bring up really good points. What do you think that government or the candidates can do to woo you to vote?
Honestly, just giving me like something to believe in, like where I actually feel like they're really coming in, like they really want to do something about just something, I know that's ambiguous, but like where they actually are coming in, they would want to make a difference. They want to actually do something that's going to benefit just the common people, because everybody has different walks of lives, right? But where they come in and they actually have ideas and plans to actually do something productive for everybody.
Bitch!
No, but I mean, like, where it actually feels realistic that, like, something could actually come from this.
Kamala Harris laid out a plan for an economic growth for small businesses and new home buyers. But you know what? That's what's fucked up is I think it didn't reach.
It didn't reach and
It
didn't
didn't
resonate.
reach.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
I heard that, but another thing, though, was the fact that she was vice president for, like, the last 4 years, and
Oh, here we go.
I'm just saying,
Okay, so the message wasn't there.
Yeah.
because I didn't see proof in, like, the last 4 years.
Okay, do you know what a vice president does?
Okay, yes, she wasn't
Basically ceremonial.
right. She wasn't the captain of the
Right.
ship. She
Biden
wasn't.
was.
Right, and he didn't do shit.
And I think that because she only had 3 months, and that's the thing. You only have 3 months to put together a campaign, and she got 65 million votes compared to 71 million for the creamsicle. Okay,
Yeah.
so that's the thing. I mean, she did great for having a campaign in 3 months. Now, had Biden backed out earlier, she might have actually had a chance to get the message out there. And the problem is the message really didn't go out there. I mean, there's some people that didn't even know Biden was off the ticket. So
Yeah.
that it shows you that the message wasn't getting across to other people or to the population or whatever.
But is it because she's a woman?
No, I swear to God, it's not. It has nothing
Well, no,
to do
to
with it.
you, but I think it does. I really think not only was she a woman, but she was black. So there was a lot. If you looked at this disparaging rate at which people voted, I mean, Trump or the creamsicle got basically an overwhelming amount of white
Yeah.
male men, Hispanic men, which is even after he had, his goons had said so many bad things about Puerto Rico, they still went out and voted for Trump.
Right.
So I mean, obviously, people. I mean, now they're thinking, okay, they got buyer's remorse, but who cares?
Right.
They made the mistake. Now they're gonna have to deal with it.
Yep.
So the message just wasn't there. That's
Yeah.
the problem. 3 months, she was a black, intelligent woman who, failed to get the message out. And I think I kind of fault and blame the Democratic Party because
Yeah.
they should have said, "Hey, Joe, you did a great job. You were there for 8 years of Obama and 4 years of your own. Time to step down.
Yeah, dude,
and let
seriously.
somebody else get in there."
Yeah, he needed to go in the retirement home by now.
Right.
You know?
I mean, did
Yeah,
you see?
except that Trump is going to be as old
Right.
I know.
and in his presidency, and let's hope on this trashy earth that he doesn't change the democracy of him only running 2 terms, because who the hell knows what he wants
Well, no,
to do.
he can only run for 1 term. That's it.
You don't think he wants to change that?
Oh, I'm sure he's going to try,
Yeah.
but I think
That
the
won't happen.
government will not allow him.
No, that won't happen.
Okay.
Yeah, the Supreme
we'll
Court
see.
won't even allow him.
No,
So-
that's
Oh,
not
you
gonna
mean the
happen.
Supreme Court that he elected the judges for?
Right, but
Okay.
some of them have started to sway a little. And I mean, there's still checks and balances. You know,
Exactly.
if that does happen, I think there's going to be more of an uprising. You think?
Yeah, no,
But-
there's no way.
Right,
There's no
right.
way.
I think the purge will. Will end
No,
up
sir,
happening.
that's not happening.
No, it won't. So I mean, it's it's a sad situation only because again, Biden should have like reclused himself and said, "Hey, that's it, I'm done."
But when he did, though, I felt this sense of like, I don't know, excitement, like gung ho ness
For who?
for Harris.
Oh well, yeah.
Like the
but that
DNC was so fun. Like it was something in when he stepped down and she stepped up that like I felt a sense of hope.
yeah.
And then all of these polls, everything was showing, a very neck and neck race.
You know what? If you look at the numbers state by state, it was very close.
Yeah.
But in the end, we live under the Electoral College. So even if Trump won by 1,000 votes, he still won. Mm-hmm. So it was overwhelming because each state, southern state, even some states that were not supposed to go his way, they voted. And again,
I think it's a conspiracy.
well, yes, but I think the thing is, even if the Electoral College wasn't in place, he still won the popular vote.
I think Musk has robots. That
I think Musk is a robot.
well, we definitely know his child is Genz.
Yeah, she's yeah, and
Doesn't he have like 20 kids?
he's got I think as many women that birthed those kids.
So weird.
Yeah, so I mean, and you know what? Here's the thing about Musk. He's not even legal.
No, he's a fucking immigrant.
Yeah, he got into the country on a student visa that he never used. He went right to work, so he's actually a fraud. He should have never gotten. He should never even
By
be here.
his own backing of Trump, he's backing the deportation of himself.
Right, and I think they should have ICE go over there to his house and deport him right away. So, but it won't happen because
Again, we live in the upside down.
Yeah, we live in a world that's just gone mad. So yeah, but okay. So going back to Joey. Joey, are you going to vote in 2020? What is it? 6? Those are the midterms.
Oh yeah, midterm.
Those are the midterms.
2028?
2028 is the next general election.
Is midterms though.
But the
or-
midterms is
2
when
years.
the blue wave, after Trump destroys the country, we need to get in there and take all the Republicans out of here's where my thought was that this election we were going to win the House, the Senate, and we were just going to, give everybody a chance to buy a house, businesses, all sorts of stuff. That never happened because they wanted somebody who was going to make eggs affordable, which is a fallacy beyond belief. He's going to make, and the other day I just saw a news thing that said eggs are going up again because there's a shortage of eggs, and now they're going to raise the prices of eggs.
I'm not surprised.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah.
I mean, like I said, just because someone's in the hot seat doesn't mean that you're going to change the prices at your local fucking Walmart.
Right.
And that's not happening.
Right. And
That's
actually,
ridiculous.
Walmart's probably one of the cheapest places.
I know,
to buy.
exactly.
Right.
But you get my
Even
point.
Aldi's, I think they're kind of expensive.
Aldi.
Yeah, that's the point that I'm saying exactly. The economy doesn't. The person in the hot seat doesn't wave their magic wand and make prices change. They also don't make products appear. That's the trade, the industry. They make the products appear, not the guy in the hot seat or the woman in the hot seat, whatever the fuck.
And bringing in the products.
And
from
bringing in the products.
importation, which
Yeah.
is apparently gonna go kaput. as
Exactly.
well.
So, Joey, do you understand the concept of tariffs? How they work?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay, explain it to me.
Explain it. Because Trump doesn't know.
Neither does his supporters.
Right, neither do the supporters, because they don't realize that the tariffs aren't taxes on them, the country that it's coming from. It's a tax on the company that orders them, and they pass
Or the
that
consumer.
and they pass that price to the consumer, which means that everything's going to go up.
Yeah.
by at least $4,000 or more. So Trump and his band of tards don't realize what a tariff really is.
Right.
I mean, you know, it's not hard to figure out. You don't have to be an economic expert to figure out, okay, this is what's going to happen. And
It's already happening.
it's already happening because companies, even before the election, if Trump was elected, started to get ready to raise prices. And they are. As soon as he's in, prices are going to go up. So, good going, America. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, does this outcome sway you moving forward? Or do you still just not care?
I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, probably, yeah, midterms, just to say that I can maybe have done it, potentially. But, yeah, I'm not going to lie. Honestly, I just try not to even think about it because it just makes me upset. If I'm going to be completely honest.
It makes us all upset.
Right. Yeah. I mean,
Like, just the whole thing, the whole game, the whole... Just like the whole comic, I like to call them comic strips, like the news updates, because that's might as well what they be.
Okay,
that's
so-
might as well what they be.
so talking about the election, how has the election affected you and the relationships of family and friends? Let's start with Joey, because this is going to be our closing segment, our closing thoughts. Joey, do you have friends or family that don't see eye to eye, and now it's going to make what's the holidays harder for people to get together?
Family, definitely not.
No, I didn't talk to you for like a week.
Well, that's because he didn't vote, which is a little lesser of the evils of voting for somebody who didn't believe in
Yeah.
certain things. You know, I'm talking about the creamsicle. But yeah, so Joey's obviously is in a different boat because he didn't vote.
I could think of one person.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's been some people that, like, I mean, there's other lore to it, but there's been some people that I've straight up just, like, distanced myself from because it's not even just about, like, you know, okay, you disagree with me when it comes to something political, but it's more about the reason why, like, the backstory behind why they disagree, because it's more than just voting for somebody that you disagree with. It's being a supporter and a part of a culture that's just so, like, it's just so toxic and so what do you call it?
Cultish.
But also just like delusional, where you know, it's complete cult of personality. You know, where yeah, man, this guy's gonna change my life. He's gonna save everything. He's standing up for what he believes in. He's gonna change everything, and he stands up for the right kind of values that are, you know, just super corrupted and outdated, and also just like indulges that egotistical, narcissistic, you know, I'm dominate everything. I run everything.
Let's
you know.
wear same hats. Let's all wear the same
Yeah,
clothes.
exactly,
Let's
you
all,
know.
yeah.
Oh,
Throw around big words and expect.
Right.
No. Well,
we dominate everything, you know.
Well, the creamsicle doesn't know any big words. He makes up the
Well,
words.
he says tariffs, and then people just
Well, yeah.
they don't even know what it means.
They don't even know what it is.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
They think it's going to benefit them.
Right.
Yeah. So.
He's a man of the people.
Right.
Right. Well, another thing is just the fact that, like, it's just that I know I keep saying the word, but it's delusional because it's like, oh, he's the somebody told me one time that he's an anti-hero. Are you fucking kidding me? He's never, like, they don't even know what an anti-hero is. It's because it's like, typically the anti-hero rises from the ashes and plays by their own rules. He's
like
not
Black
playing.
Adam?
Yeah. Well, nah. Let's not mention Black Adam because that movie
Like
sucks.
Watchmen.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, Watchmen. Yeah, it's a good
Right,
one. Yeah.
or you know, or Travis Bickle from Taxi Driver or something. No, they rise from the ashes. They play by their own rules. They're kind of, you know, they basically get ostracized by everything and everyone around them, but they still, you know, accomplish something in their own way. Trump, the dreamsicle. We blur that out.
Not dreamsicle, cream.
Sorry, the
Creamsicle,
creamsicle.
yeah.
He's no one's dreamsicle.
No,
Yeah,
he's
right.
nobody's dream, yeah.
He didn't rise from the
Nightmare.
ashes. Yeah, he didn't rise from the ashes. He didn't get ostracized. his actions led him to get acquitted in court. You know,
He didn't get acquitted, Joey.
No, he
Oh,
got
sorry.
convicted a couple
Convicted.
times.
You know, like
34 counts, actually.
not acquitted, but almost acquitted. Like his actions did that, but he never had a struggle his entire life.
Yeah.
So another thing that
He rose
killed.
from his hair plugs.
Right.
Right.
But the thing that kills me about these radicals and some people that I've encountered, what's crazy to me is that they really think that he's some sort of rebel. They really think that he's going against the grain when he's doing the complete opposite.
Right.
He's feeding into like the hysteria of who's in charge. You know.
Right.
He's not fighting for us.
Well, and I think one of the reasons too, if we look at just the numbers from the election, 89 million did not vote.
Right.
That's a huge number. So they were like you said, they were apathetic. They're like, why am I going to vote for somebody who's orange and his hair piece flies off and has no idea what tariffs are and all that? So they decided, you know what? But I also don't want to vote for an intelligent black woman.
Well, here's the thing with me, because that had nothing to do with the fact that she's an intelligent black woman. It had nothing to do with that. I just thought that the whole situation was just a joke and absurd, and
I think what you're saying is you've lost faith in
I lost faith.
government.
But
Yeah.
I think that's across the board. I think everybody thinks that right now, and I think government, not the Republican Party, because let's face it, the Republican Party is basically a cult. So a party that is out there needs to reestablish what government really is supposed to be.
Yes.
It's supposed to be for the people, by the people, and to help the people.
Yeah, it's like I don't need to love the people who would supposedly be in charge, but I at least need to trust them enough or respect them enough. And I have no respect for any of it because it's all just a joke to me. It's just nothing seems credible, nothing seems trustworthy. To me personally, just gives me no faith because, like Jessica said, it gives me no faith because it's just all a rat race. It's all going nowhere.
Yeah.
To me, that's why. Like, I understand why you guys were upset with me. I totally get it, but that's just my perspective. Where it's just it gave me no reason to believe. Like, if I'm gonna do something, I have to believe in it a little bit, and I didn't have any belief in any of it. I couldn't find it. I couldn't find any sort of faith or belief.
Well, there you have it. Words from the hippie. And, okay, now let's have some final words from Jessica. Jessica, what do you think?
I've been in a deep depression since the election results. There isn't enough Zoloft in the world. So like I feel that I'm disgusted, and I've also now I feel like I've lost any type of hope and the decency of people, knowing how do you trust people? I just don't get it. It's just.
Do you find yourself walking down the street and saying, "That one voted for Trump"?
Yeah.
That one.
Right.
And it's do I trust them? Do I? It's so even people that you think that you know, you don't know.
And it's so funny. I was talking about it with Daniel, my husband, for those listeners who don't know. But I was talking to Daniel, and he was like, "Oh no, you can't let it get in the way of relationships and family and whatever." And we're recording this the week before Thanksgiving, and we typically go to one of his family members' houses for Thanksgiving, and he's like, "We can't let it get in the way." And it's like, no, you don't understand. It's not that it's getting in the way. It's that how do you interact with someone who ethically and morally they're okay with letting this person lead our government.
Right.
And leading and affecting change for you as a human individual and your kids and your grandkids and generations, because yes, you may think that the president doesn't have that much power, but in reality I think it's more of a totem of where we're at in the country. And it's not just this individual, it's what this individual is standing for, and it makes me actually sick.
Yeah.
So, I don't want it to ruin relationships or anything, but it's also you think of someone a certain way, but then it's morally and ethically, I can't relate. I just don't understand how you can relate to someone who is okay voting for that, even if it's for one reason, let's just say religious or abortion or whatever.
And you know what? He doesn't stand for any of that.
Yeah,
He doesn't-
it's a fucking joke.
yeah.
We're really supposed to believe that he didn't like pay for any type of abortions in his days. Like, give me a goddamn break. But people hold on to this one aspect of what he's saying, and they are okay with everything else. It just, to me, it's like it blows my mind, and I just can't relate. And maybe down the road it'll get easier and like it's not as fresh, but it disgusts me, to
It's
be
hard
honest.
right now, yeah.
It's very
fresh.
hard.
It's like
yeah.
an open wound.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I was listening to, I'm going to bring this up a lot because this is where I get a lot of my news, and they do a good job, I think, bipartisan, the podcast The Daily from the New York Times, and they were talking to women in comparison to the 2016 election and now, and how there's such a huge uprising with women. In 2016, they had the women's marches right after the election. They had like the pussy hats. They had the Me Too movement. And there was just such a fire in people when that election occurred. And now they're interviewing those same women who...
And some of them probably voted for the creamsicle.
Well, I don't know about that, but
Yeah.
I think those same women just feel a complete depletion.
Oh, yeah.
They
I can
don't
see that.
have that same...
Hope.
Because he won the major vote, like the majority vote. So
yeah.
it's like, okay, what is the point? What is
Right.
the point now?
Right.
So on that happy note, what about you, Dad?
Well, I think we're almost out of time, right? So, I feel the same way. I feel like our society let us down. I think the United States, America, let us all down because we knew the right direction. We knew what we needed to vote for, but we didn't. We voted for somebody who was going to make eggs cheaper, and it's not going to happen.
No.
They wanted a quick fix, and the quick fix was there. So,
Yeah!
And
Tonight!
right. We have sound. We have ending sound for that.
So,
Dumbass.
but I mean, for you though, like, I know, our family is interesting, but like, it has actually impeded some relationships with your family.
It's yeah.
And I say your family because...
Yeah. Well.
And Julia's family over there by the sound mixing board.
Okay, so yeah, there's some family members, probably a lot of them, that feel that they voted correctly. I feel completely the opposite, that, they think that. But you know what? Here's the thing. We've had like a couple weeks now to kind of deal with all this. There's no way to change their minds until they see the disaster that has happened. Okay? People are going to suffer. Either democracy, the economy, or all of that is going to suffer. Our judicial system is a joke because now you have a felon who is at the highest power in the United States. The foreign countries that we're friends with. Guess what?
Yeah.
They're not going to want to deal with us.
No.
In Ukraine, I feel sorry for them because that's it. Russia's going to go in, and it's going to be sad. Millions or thousands of people are going to die down there or there, and it's just it's a disaster at the highest level. And people decided this is what they wanted. Well, guess what? There's going to be buyer's remorse, and there's going to be a lot of it. So, and with that family, what are you going to do? Eventually you're going to have to talk to them, or and try to figure out how to have a relationship. But it's hard right now. It's like an open wound, and I try to convince myself, okay, it's their decision, whatever. It's theirs, and so I can't really. It's hard, really is, to deal with somebody who doesn't think that our world is
More than the abortion issue?
more. Yeah. Well, they think that the abortion, transgender, all of that has, and they're completely wrong on
But
transgender.
this is...
Because you know what? That's a fabrication
Yes.
of the Republican Party.
Absolutely, and
people bought it.
Yeah.
That's the problem. People bought it. And that's why they
But
voted
it's
a
also
certain
a
way.
lack of common sense, don't you
Right.
think?
It is. But we have a lot of people in the United States that don't have common sense, education, or even an inkling of intelligence.
Well, that's what they say is common sense ain't so common.
Right. So anyway, with that being said, that's it for our first show.
That was
our first episode.
That was a biggie. That
right.
was a big,
it was kind of cool.
heavy.
Yeah, that was
heavy topic. And
it was a heavy topic. Our next episode is going to be called School Days, and it's going to be kind of a memorable walk down high school, that kind of stuff. So we're going to have a lot to talk about, and yeah. So anyway, don't forget to follow us on genizus.com, our Facebook page, all our social network
Do we have
stuff.
an email?
Also, not yet, but
Okay.
yes, we're going to have a web email. QuantumMediaProductions.com is going to be the podcast network page, but Genizus Us is going to have its own page, so people can go on there. And then we're going to have a YouTube channel that you can upload all that stuff where the vidcast is going to be. So follow us if you have any questions, any advice you need. Just contact us.
Or if they have a dilemma, like something that they want us to weigh in on, because we're such experts.
Right.
I don't know shit about shit.
You're going to get 3 different generational answers.
Yeah.
My answer will probably be, fuck that bitch.
And Joey, where are you going to be in about a month with your band?
Ooh.
Plug.
A month?
Into the mic.
In December. You got any gigs in December?
Oh no, we actually have a gig a week from.
Forget it then. Shut up.
No. No. Wait, today's Saturday.
You speak into the fucking
Wait,
mic?
today's Saturday, right?
No, you moron.
No, it is Saturday.
It is Saturday,
Okay.
yes.
Well, a week from today, we're going to Wisconsin and we're playing a show there.
Where in Wisconsin?
Madison.
Where in Madison?
It's called a Mousetrap.
Okay.
It's in a church apparently or something.
What time?
Wow.
Where can people get tickets?
A hell-raising show at a church. I like
Yeah, but it's funny because I'm not religious, so.
Are you going to screen the what do they call that? Those windows? What do they call those windows?
Oh, stainless.
Stainless.
Stained glass?
Stained glass. Yeah. So I'm gonna bring my occultist Bible, and
Is it going to be a creamsicle Bible?
no, it's gonna be the occultist Bible, but I'm also gonna bring goat's blood and drink it and pour it on stage and wipe my dick all over the floor.
Okay, that's it for today. Again, follow us on genizus.com, and we'll see you next time.
Okay.
Thank you for listening.
Bye-bye.
Make sure you buy your occultist Bible.
Shut up.
I already stopped.
Thank you for listening to the Gen Is Us podcast. Make sure to subscribe everywhere podcasts are available and follow us on our Instagram and YouTube at Gen Is Us podcast. We want to hear from you, the listeners. Send us any feedback or questions that you would like 3 generations to answer at contact@genizus.com. Thank you.